And yes, LL has a new project coming out this year, which I've done some videos about. But let's be honest, some of you are only remotely interested because Q-Tip is involved.
Hey yo, Eeze!
The deal, fam, is your man Eeze, a peep game. I was wrong about Benny the Butcher. You know, Buffalo's own, Griselda, Black Soprano family. And what do I mean by that? Let me explain. Typically, when an artist talks as much as he does, like brags and, you know, says outlandish things, we tend to rate them based on the words that they state, as opposed to being true to ourselves and rating them based on their potential and what we hear or what we see. Benny happens to be an extraordinary rapper. Can't really debate that, right? But he's not a complete artist. Not in my estimation. Focusing on the simple, small, minute details is something that a complete artist does. And that's not an attribute that Benny possesses. And that's okay. That is okay. Let's take the new project, for instance. Summertime Butch. I happen to like it, to be honest with you. I played it a couple of times. With the exception of the skits, I think it's a pretty solid effort. It's been less than a week, so I can't really give a comprehensive review, so I'm still listening to it. So this is more like a reaction. But something, I was just speaking about the small, minute details, right? The project is called Summertime Butch, but it feels like a fall or autumn record. Listen, it's the small, minute things, man. As a person who listens intently, these sort of things matter. Like, this is what I look for in an album, right? From what I've listened to, I can say I feel that it's more cohesive than Everybody Can't Go. Even the sequencing seems to be more fluid. But even with that being said, something is missing. Obviously, I said I only listened to it a couple of times. It's been less than a week, but you can pretty much tell right away. This project is more of his lane, let's be honest. It's steady, monotone music. Feels like in the 2000s, like when a DJ used to do an exclusive mixtape with a group or a solo artist. Songwriting isn't the goal. Listen to it. Choruses aren't there on every track. It's a verse here, there. It's a project. It's for the fan base or its fans or supporters, and it kind of serves like a bridge to the next project that's going to come. It may be another one of these, maybe an album. In regards to replay value, obviously I have to sit longer with it, but there weren't really any songs that tugged at my emotions, you know what I'm saying? And that's what dope projects bring. That's what I'm seeking. You typically experience that right away. That's something that jumps out at you. And this project really doesn't have that. If I had to choose 3 songs or a few songs at this moment that I enjoyed, I like the most. That's track 2. His vocal tone matches very well with the production on Kitchen Table. Summertime 24, that snare is ridiculous. Shout out to the producer on that. I love that snare. And Blue Building. All right, so that joint sounded like something Beanie Sigel could have got on. What's your honest opinion of Summertime Butch? Let me know in the comment section. Let's rate it 1 through 5. Recently, I did a video on LL, right? And I was speaking about how I felt he lost to Cannabis in the battle. I'll put the link in the description. I don't need to rehash what I stated, but a lot of you say L won the war and all this other stuff. I like to move the goalposts with speaking of things outside of the main topic. A battle is within a certain time frame. The war happens to be like the totality of their careers after said battle, right? That's not what I'm speaking about. Because if we're being totally honest, a lot of you probably aren't even being genuine because you wasn't even bumping L music like that after the battle. 2000 was the GOAT album, right? I think he followed that up with 10. That's what the I Can Love You Better. The GOAT album had what? Imagine That and Ill Bomb. Shout out to DJ Scratch, classic record. Had The Definition. Y'all wasn't bumping that album. Todd Smith album, y'all wasn't bumping it. Exit 13, you weren't bumping it. What was that? Authentic, what's that, 2014? You wasn't bumping it. Like, come on, y'all wasn't really talking about those records when they dropped. What you're speaking about is acting, hosting award shows, CSI, movies. He was already LL before he battled Cannabis. And yes, LL has a new project coming out this year, which I've done some videos about. But let's be honest, some of you are only remotely interested because Q-Tip is involved. I'm talking about a specific battle, and I'm not trying to force you to agree with me. But can you honestly state that the things that I stated weren't research-based or factual? This ain't no stuff that I'm pulling out the clear blue sky. This stuff happened in real time. Now, you may agree with the tactics. That's on you. But to act like it wasn't taking place, nah, let's not be like that, man. LL is a certified legend, first ballot Hall of Famer, right? I'm never disputing that. In fact, I may be one of the few channels on YouTube that highlight his career. Check my YouTube shorts. I'm highlighting verses, showing love. But I just don't agree that he won that battle.
Hey, yo, Eeze.